Welcome back to Let's Play Penumbra Necrologue. I don't remember what we did last time. We came through that door. Oh, now I remember. We went through the caves.
I can see you on the camera.
And then
You managed to get out. Everything will be much calmer down there. There are plans of the rooms hung on the walls. With them, you can easily find your way through. Now, you need to move in the direction of the north wing. There's another door next to it. It leads to the compartments in which the prisoners were kept.
we went through this puzzle room, which, I do take well, I think I already said that, but it looks kind of like this game is going through sections based off each of the games. And that was this is the Requiem portion. Also the fact that she said where the prisoners were kept still worries me. Oh, if memory serves, I think I was actually down there at the tape recorder when we ended. It may have booted me back slightly. So I'll go ahead and get back down there. Also, I realized that the volume levels were a bit low. My voice was drowning everything out, which is kind of not what I want. So I tweaked that a little bit, and the game should be easier to hear now. Actually, I think I listened to number 3 last time.
My name is Alfred Richardson.
And we listened to that on the last episode, so I'm not going to make you hear it again. I believe I was going through this door, and I got caught in the zappy zap here. Oh, the box is already here. Delightful. Huh. What happens if I move the box? So either that means the events of Requiem did happen, or this could all be a hallucination too. Everything except for that vent system right there. That's the one real thing. Everything else is a lie. We're just floating in space with a vent. Makes perfect sense. I'm kind of worried about these prisoners she's talked about.
A bad worker is an inefficient worker. The cast cares about your mental and physical condition. So if you're feeling unfit, please remember about your cyanide capsules. Today,
I don't have much time, but I think the best way of lifting the mood is a nice chat with a friend.
I approve.
We're friends, aren't we? I would love to pour a cup of tea for you and offer you to sit down in a comfortable chair, but unfortunately, I'm very far from you.
Thank you, Red.
I suggested you to stay, but you still had things to do. I may not be perfect like a hanging picture, but my words are wise and backed up by time. Understand the nature of what is happening, Philip, and then you will find the right way. But it's a shame that you and I have different paths.
Red, you're a good friend. I respect you. What worries me is the fact that I'm starting to trust Clarence. In all of this, he's being the voice of reason from time to time, and that either means that I'm completely losing it, or... Ooh, armory. Maybe there's an Iron Man suit in here. I am disappointed. This is not an armory. This is a room with a... Well, there's a flare. Ammo boxes for weapons I don't have. And no weapons. Where's the weapons? And then an infected will walk in with an assault rifle and yell, "Here's the weapons." I don't want that. So let's not have weapons then. They're smart enough to use them if they have them. Why is this one heavy? Oh, it's full of foxes. They're happy in their box. Just leave them be. And this door got beat with a rock, apparently. It doesn't make metal sounds. Interesting. Oh, no, it got hit in a cave-in. That's good. I was afraid there'd be an infected face on the other side of it. stressful. This game really captures this feeling of Did the door just close itself? I'm gonna shut you and I'm gonna come back. Save point. Endless maelstrom of thoughts. If only I could catch on at least one of them. You know, that quote right there sounds like what an ADHD person would say. And as an ADHD person, yes. Endless maelstrom of thoughts. No, if only I could catch them. For any viewer that, well, who am I kidding? I have no viewers. For anyone out there that might have stumbled across this video, if you have ADHD and you have trouble controlling it, try meditation. I find it's very helpful. Dead body. Not a good way to start a room. I'm gonna go here. I'm not going to go here. That door won't open. I do have one complaint. These doors that aren't even interactable. In the previous games, and I know this is made by a different company, well, different group, the previous games always made sure that if it looks like a door, you can click on it, and it says it's jammed, it won't open, it's blocked. But this game, I found a few, and most notably in the Hunter segment, doors that you can't even interact with, and I would have liked to have been able to click it and hear that, you know, that sound that basically says this door ain't opening, and then the little message. Given the sheer amount of skill I see from the people that made this mod, I think that's slight oversight, because that's you know, well within their skill. But they may have had their reasons, and I'm not criticizing. That's one thing I would have liked. I shouldn't come close to the corpse. The hot steam was probably the cause of death, but I want the crowbar. Give me crowbar. Ow! Crowbar is a trap. I wasn't even near the steam yet. That is a trap crowbar. I love how I was still crouched when I respawned. Look at that rumbling. That crowbar is a trap. I can't. Here's something I can throw at him. Although that does mean there's going to be infected in this area, which is not a good sign for me. I'm gonna go through. Is the code 1111? The code is probably not. It's yet to be a default value. Blood on the floor. I'm gonna take note of that. There's a dead body across the room. There's an item I can grab. Kind of just taking in the surroundings slowly. Medical drug. That is the most vaguely named chemical ever. The label says myolastin. Myolastin? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, and here's that door I couldn't interact with. Oh, Elof. Oh, remember they said he was in a, no, that wasn't Elof. Who am I thinking? The guy that tried to open the personal TARDIS, and they said he was in a strange coma state that he wouldn't wake from.
Don't touch him! He must find a way out himself.
Okay. Thought that said cocaine for a second. I was about to say, what kind of hospital are you people running? Okay, Clarence, if you say so. So Clarence seems to know what's going on. And remember when I poured the acid on the artifact, it went through that really interesting death sequence. So I'm assuming wherever it would have taken me. where he's at now. No, don't. Oh, I'm afraid I know where that's going. Every time I get a syringe in one of these games, it's all... Is he coughing? I swear he's in there coughing. Who's coughing? It surely ain't this gentleman. I'd be tempted to inject him, but no. For once, I'm going to take Clarence's advice that he needs to find his way out. I'm worried by who's coughing. And who's Ekans. Okay, sorry, I had to make that joke. Pokemon joke. But no, I mean, seriously, where was that coughing coming from? I think that's what I'm supposed to... Oh. What ain't this gentleman? I can't interact with them. Until this moment, I have not encountered any of the infected. Some time ago, I heard there was a group of scientists in the mess hall, and I immediately moved towards them, but when I arrived at the destination, no one was there. The door was locked. I tried to use a syringe. I always carry a first aid kit with all necessary items due to my job, and injected my blood into a strange lock-like device, but it didn't help. Hysterical, I banged on the door and shouted in hope that I would be heard. I soon realized this was useless and gave up. My condition was so poor that I didn't even hear the footsteps behind me. When I woke up, I was already in a cell. I've spent the last 30 minutes trying to get out. At some point, I heard a strange noise coming from the corridor. When I went up to the door, I saw another prisoner being thrown into the next cell to the left. I wonder who he is. Wait a second. Okay, two things I'm going to take note of. One, he's talking about the blood lock from Black Plague, which would only open if the blood was found to be not infected. Two, that sounds somewhat similar to a note to how you start Black Plague, where you're locked in that room and you find a note about prisoners in the room to the left. So clearly they oh no. Remember how those rooms had people rounded up? Yeah, I think the prisoners are the infected. They never did answer who locked him up, though. I mean, why did an infected lock him in a room? Okay, who is coughing then? When in doubt. Nope, that does not get their attention. Oh, let's go through the door with the bloodstains. With the right tool. Nope. Syringe. Box of matches. Oh, I'm out of tools. That's all the tools I own. And that door has a key code on it. Wait, right tool, crowbar, steam. Can I has crowbar now? Well, how do I fix the leak in the steam pipe? I want that crowbar. I'm betting that's what I'm supposed to get, but how do I shut off the... Oh, that's not it. I'm gonna look for an electrical box. So far, pulling a wire has been a viable means of dealing with things. So let's check in this big room. There might have been... I really do like that Clarence reacted and did that whole "he's got to find his way out himself" bit. That it's very well done. Well done. Huzzah! I'm stable. Wait, whoever called me stable? It must mean my physical condition. Wait a second. I have that whole big page full of codes. Prisoner of Doom. Prisoner of Doom, I like the name of that. Codes for staff. North Wing 5174. Oh, I have to actually... Haha! I'm not used to having to type it in by hand. That's really neat and immersive. And it looks a lot better than having numbers pop up in the middle of the screen. Wait, North Wing's where they keep the prisoners, ain't it? Or is that where I just came through, where they kept the prisoners? No, this is not where they keep prisoners. You know what? I don't know anymore. This could be where they keep the prisoners for all I know. Trying to figure out where they keep the prisoners and avoid that place. Well, that door ain't opening. Neither of those are, but I have a feeling they will at some point, and this looks like a... design-wise, a place where I would be running and then be flooded with infected and have to get past. I don't know, I'm just taking a paranoid guess. But I'm going to use the vent tool. The air vent is welded. I applaud them having that message there, though. This whole room just smacks of trap. I don't like this room. Oh, we are past the 15-minute mark, though, so suspense cliffhanger. I will see you next time.